Good morning. This is Father Kevin Vogel. I'm associate pastor of a 6-parish grouping out here in the Archdiocese of Omaha, Nebraska, including Pope John the 23rd Central Catholic High School and St. Boniface Elementary School in Elgin, Nebraska. And as we near the beginning of another school year here in fall of 2020, teachers, students, and their families have been on my mind recently. You know, it's been a pretty challenging several months for all of our families and those involved in schools and education of our youth, with having to, not be able to, many of us, to meet in person in response to the pandemic, and having to figure out new ways of learning. I'm very proud of all of those, especially teachers and students and parents, of really adjusting and learning how to do this kind of different style of learning, especially at home and online. I know it's full of many difficulties, challenges, stress through all of that. And as we continue a new school year, I know we will still be, kind of colored by the measures that we need to take in order to keep everybody safe. And so as a spiritual father, especially on my mind is wanting to take care of all of us spiritually, keep our souls healthy in particular. And for this, last summer when I went on vacation/retreat, I did a video series on a spiritual work, St. Francis de Sales' Introduction to the Devout Life, and you can find all of those reflections on my YouTube channel if you're interested. But this year, reflecting upon all of our teachers and the start of education again, I wanted to use another spiritual work written by St. Jean-Baptiste de La Salle and called the Meditations in Time of Retreat. So St. Jean-Baptiste de La Salle was a 17th century priest, and he is one of the patron saints of teachers. And he founded the Institute of the Christian Brothers as school teachers, especially for those who were poor. And Jean-Baptiste formed them and trained them in how to be truly Christian teachers, guiding their students to God. And these meditations that I'm going to be going through were given to the brothers to be reflected upon during a retreat during their summer break. But really, he meant it for all people that are involved in education. So I'll be posting a video series going through these different meditations, especially helping all of our teachers, catechists, parents, and really anybody who is involved in the education of our youth. And it's going to be meant to help us really reflect upon this vocation that God has called us to, and really renew and refocus us. With all of the struggles and difficulties that we've gone through in the past number of months, it would be really helpful to really reorient ourselves and really consider where God is in this most important vocation as teachers and formers of the next generations. So I want to invite you to join me in this series as I go through De La Salle's Meditations in Time of Retreat. It will be kind of informal, as I'll be, on the road, on vacation, and I'll bring in some imagery and do some of the meditations in different places that I stop. And during this time, I'm definitely going and getting away from others to remain safe as I go and visit some of my family, my sister and her family up in Montana. So I'll be using images from there, and I'll be. This will be kind of a preparation as well as I'm getting ready to prepare a more formalized day retreat for all of our teachers later on in the school year. So I want to certainly invite you to join me, and hopefully this can be a fruitful time of really reflecting upon God's call for us in passing on the faith to the next generations. God bless.